Hello, I'm that ghost blue collar, and today I'm gonna share some thoughts with you about shifting career and go from white collar job, possibly going into tracking. Again, this is not advice for anyone. This is not a success story, of course. Just it's a video try to provide some analysis on how I'm thinking about a decision I'm considering. Of course, I'm not romanticizing any kind of job, any domain. I'm not romanticizing tracking as well. But what I'm trying to do is that I'm searching for a response mainly for myself, and I want to share these thoughts with you and maybe hear your opinion. So after analyzing everything, the question is, given my situation, what would you do? What makes sense to do better? Okay, where am I right now? So I come from a white collar background. Currently still I work part-time as a teacher for 16 hours. I'm getting paid for 16 hours. Amount of work is much more though. So education, skills, expertise and more experience, they are meant to protect you, they are meant to provide you kind of for a lifetime. Of course, life is fragile and is full of surprises. So as this year I'm part-time, and it's a very complex situation why I'm part-time and what has happened. I had to move into ride-hailing activity. I drive for Bolt. It's something similar to Uber, for those who don't know what is Bolt. And what I have learned doing this job, first of all, cash flow, the cash flow reality. The money you make, it's like trying to fill your sink in your bathroom while your tap is giving a small amount of water without pressure, drop by drop. And beyond the lack of sleep, beyond the long hours doing this job, there's also a mental toll, a mental fatigue that I have to deal with. And you realize how fragile is this so-called flexibility that it is communicated by all these companies, Bolt, Uber, etc. They communicate, make money in a flexible way. Yep. The problem with ride-hailing is that it works short-term, maybe to cover some small expenses. But if you have to provide for a family with ride-hailing, it's quite difficult. And you cannot scale this job. You cannot scale. Sometimes you work long hours and you don't earn much more. And this is a problem. There is no compounding over time. No matter the effort you put, still it does not pay well. There is an uncomfortable truth about ride-hailing activity. On paper, everything looks, acceptable. But as it is winter now, and you have to deal with idle time, with time that you have no clients. Right now, for example, I have no clients. I made a break to record this video and somehow, to speak and feel a little bit relief inside me. So you spend more fuel for heating, to maintain the car, in a good temperature, fundamentally for you and for your passengers. So the idle time is a big problem, and with these weather conditions, it's even worse. There is an income ceiling you cannot break. You cannot break. More hours does not mean much more money. Not necessarily. Of course, you need to work some hours, but there's no linear relationship necessarily. And physical and mental fatigue increases much faster than the pay you receive for doing this job. The biggest problem though is ride-hailing depends on algorithms. Algorithms that nobody can control, no driver, not even a passenger. Also, ride-hailing income depends on the demand for ride-hailing services that you still do not control. You can choose to go outside and drive when there's the higher demand, but again, there's higher demand early in the morning and after people finishing job or parents want to take kids from school, but you have to account for traffic as well. And you know, there are no policies to protect the driver, to defend the driver in ride-hailing activities, and there are no government policies for taking care of these people. Gig economy, and we are victims of it. Victims, I don't like the word, but let's say we are survivors into this. It's flexible on paper, but it's not stable, not at all, money-wise. And this flexibility does not offer any kind of the slightest path for progress, let's say. So why I'm considering tracking beyond like driving, let's say. Tracking enters the picture because fundamentally I told you I don't see myself in a white-collar job. I see huge crisis and bills are constantly coming, and there is a necessity to do something. So apparently tracking is not glamorous. It's not you know, a trend that we see. Quite the opposite, we see a lot of companies have no drivers. There's quite a demand for truck drivers, but fundamentally it solves specific issues, specific problems that already exist. It offers a clear pay structure. There is demand for truck drivers, and I believe it's easier to find a job into this domain. Also, there are many different, let's say, areas you can work in tracking. You can, let's say, work with a fridge. You can work with fuel. You can work with a tent. You can work with a dump truck. There are various things you can do. So far I have not reached any decision about what field I'm considering. Just thoughts on what I'm going to do with tracking. There is no emotional part that somehow I'm attached to tracking, but I'm thinking analytically why it could be a good fit for me, and I consider to move towards there. So I'm asking some questions. First question is, can trackers make money? What is the median income for a tracker in EU? I'm not searching for the exceptional cases. So tracking income has for sure higher gross numbers, of course higher responsibility, and a lot of difficulties to cope with, I'm fully aware. But the comparison between ride hailing I'm doing now, that it is equals to fragmented effort. There are not a lot of things you can do, and there is a ceiling in everything. And in tracking, let's say there is more kind of concentrated effort, if I'm allowed to say. So if we see income per hour, definitely tracking offers a higher income. Or income per day. Always there are some outliers, even in this job. I had a very good tip previous week. But you know, this is not what happens in ride hailing as a common practice, let's say. Also, income per month after fatigue. Believe me, I'm so tired, as if I'm doing, I don't know, something very hard, but does not pay off. Does not pay off. The job I'm currently doing. Also, we need to consider time as a cost. In ride hailing, there are many short shifts. There is constant, fatigue, decision fatigue. Should I take this client? No. Should I continue for one more hour? How do I feel? You have to be always on in order to catch the client. Tracking has long shifts as well. I'm not romanticizing it, and I'm not saying that it is a trip in the forest, let's say, an amusement experience, but definitely you have a more, let's say, stable, if I can say, day. You have a more scheduled day, let's say. Here we wait. I'm very close to the airport, and I wait. When I will put again the app on, I wait for a client, and the client might come now, might come later. So, yeah, tracking offers, let's say, a more clear and concise experience for your income per day. So, saying that, the financial stress I have to deal with and the mental exhaustion I have to cope with in order to avoid to collapse, I do not allow to myself to collapse. I try to say to myself, no, you need to keep going, you need to continue. In any case, you need to be away. And I'm trying to think what type of absence is more damaging, or what, say it vice versa, what type of absence pays off better, and definitely tracking pays off better. I want to speak about dignity as well. In white-collar jobs, there's a lot of, let's say, a lot of dignity based on your status, based on your email signature and your title. In blue-collar jobs, dignity and appreciation is more task-based, more tangible, more output-based. I feel that in tracking it does not matter where you have studied. It's something good for you, for yourself. I'm proud for my studies and for what I know academically. In tracking, nobody cares about how you present yourself, your LinkedIn profile, your CV, your achievements in your career. The only thing that matters is if you deliver on time and if you are reliable. And of course not having bad habits, because I have seen occasionally trackers that are engaged into unhealthy lifestyle. This type of honesty, honesty related to outcome, is uncomfortable, but it's also liberating, refreshing. I mean, yeah, I can do the process, get a license, and I will deliver. I will get tired as well. I'm already getting tired, but I will be rewarded. Physical and, let's say, psychological costs that exist. Tracking has a lot of, long driving. It's not good for body. Of course, I always believe that you can, when you have your break, you can have a short exercise, some push-ups, let's say, something like that, some sit-ups. So somehow you can move your body a little bit. Of course, even working on a desk in a corporate office environment, still you don't move. There is a big problem with tracking is isolation and the health risks related with this lifestyle. From the other side, the instability, not only me but some other people I know experiencing white-collar jobs, all this uncertainty, the personal and professional identity crisis, all this quiet anxiety, constantly every day to be anxious. It's so hard. But also there is the ride-hailing situation that is somewhere in the middle. And this is maybe worst actually. There is physical fatigue, being a ride-hailing driver, and there is also uncertainty. But there is not the income that the tracking option offers. Does not pay off as well. It does not pay off so well, let's say, as tracking. So my choice will not be what is easy, but I want to make a choice based on what is clear and what offers, a clear path with, clear reward. What can I expect if I follow this path? There are risks people do not talk about. Many people thinking tracking is easy. I have some people in my broader circle, and I don't advocate. I'm not advocating in favor of this. Tracking is not easy, but having to deal with something that it is predictably hard, like tracking is hard, is easier than having to deal with uncertainty and unpredictability every day. White-collar jobs today are slow, silent, extremely anxious environments, extremely uncertain environments, and in many cases they do not pay, you are not able even to cover basic needs, especially if you are part-time as I am. A lot of shadow jobs, a lot of ghost companies, a lot of things that are portrayed as normal. This is how it is in corporate job. The risk in tracking is visible, is clear, solid, massive, but there is also the benefit. And at this stage of my life, I want to believe that I'm able to trust more a visible risk than hidden ones and uncertain ones that I already experience their consequences and their impact in my life. Another part I want to discuss is identity, the identity conflict. This decision to move from white-collar job into tracking is challenging, even for ego. You have to confront past versions of yourself, of your personality and of your identity. It also confronts and challenges expectations other people have from you, family, wife, children. But your identity and your self-image does not pay bills. Pride does not compound and does not pay off, does not pay bills, as I mentioned. So instead of pride, I choose responsibility and I choose being humble. The real question is not if tracking is good or is bad. The question is, what problem am I trying to solve by considering moving to tracking from a white-collar job? Right now my problem is how I will find sustainable income source, how I will reduce uncertainty in my life, because I'm living constantly in an emergency situation. I'm in a survival mode for a very long period of time, and honestly I'm getting tired. And how I will manage to achieve a kind of predictable ratio between the effort I put, the risks I take, and the reward I enjoy from the job I'm doing. Tracking may not always be a dream, especially from people with my background, but dreams are not enough to feed families and raise children and pay bills. And I'm 41, I go to 42, and enough with dreams, let's deal with reality. So, what's the conclusion after all these thoughts? I haven't made my mind yet. Though if I had the opportunity, currently I'm financially tight and I don't afford to make a driving license for a truck. Definitely I'm thinking of it. I'm not hiding that I have this thought to move into tracking. And I believe this matters. This matters because everything starts with a thought about something. I started thinking about tracking some years ago. and we need to progress in life. And it's better to progress towards something, as I mentioned earlier, that we know what are the costs, what are the risks, and what are the possible outcomes and rewards. And tracking offers this. Tracking offers this. I want to stop this slow bleeding, if you allow me, in my life. Bleeding, financially, emotionally, mentally. I want to choose something honest, maybe not very comfortable, but honest, that will help me live with dignity and continue. I want to say that if someone of you, or many of you, ask yourself similar questions, no, you are not weak. You are not late in life. And you are not broken. Don't let yourself think that you are broken. You are thinking about your life, this is all. And you are thinking what is the best for you and for your families and for your beloved ones. And change starts with thinking. We need to start thinking and change will follow. I heard somewhere that job is not our identity, or job should not be our identity, but our ability to be responsible forms our identity. And taking responsibility has different ways and different paths. You don't take only responsibility by engaging into a white-collar job in shiny, glamorized, romanticized office. Sometimes we need to go even for jobs that appear less, and they are less prestigious, but they offer a good reward. This was the video for today, and thank you for your help. If you want, if you like my content, please subscribe to my channel. It helps me a lot. It gives me courage, and I need it in this stage of my life. Like this video, share it with someone you want, and also, if you would like to help me, consider to buy me a coffee. There is the link in the description of the box. So before you leave, tell me, what do you think? Should I move to tracking, or should I search something else? In any case, thank you, subscribe to my channel, and see you soon with another video. Have a good day. Bye bye.